Hey, everybody. Welcome to Everything Philly, your platform for information, entertainment, and discussions on some hard hitting topics. I'm Sharice.
Yo, Rob,
And Key Vanderway, Uptown Videographer.
Uptown. How many
Welcome.
titles you had? Wait, I gotta get this. How many titles you had in your life?
What you mean? Titles like baseball player, football player,
Keep going.
basketball coach.
Keep going.
I don't know what else.
You done been in everything. Every time I turn around, you starting something.
I was always with you, so I mean, what title you want from that?
Yeah, listen, I pass it off to
Yeah,
you.
we passed now. We pass on that one.
So what are you doing today?
Videographer. Sometimes photo, take photos, stuff like that. Basketball trainer. Matter of fact, no, I'm not even gonna say I'm a trainer because people get jealous or they start hating on that. I just a workout partner.
Workout partner.
Mm-hmm. Like, working out my niece, some of the college players, stuff like that.
Wait, you say a videographer, but you just take on personal clients. Like you don't get out there and just go around the city and shoot. You stick with a client and go through their career, would help build their career.
Yeah, because now, I used to do it, used to go around do it for like little money for free. But once you get that experience, you got to start getting checks. So now it's like these colleges paying you 4-digit numbers. I'm jumping on that. Like,
Okay.
so I can't do that $100 videos no more, stuff like that. So, like, one college gave me $5,000 for 2 videos. Can't beat that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now I'm like, I'm doing that for now. I jump on the colleges. It's like 3,000 colleges in the country. You know what I mean? Nobody want to work with them, but I take it.
So how do you lock them in? Would you go to each college and shoot around a little bit, or you approach someone there?
No, well, I'm into the sports, so I reach out to the athletic director or head coach of a sports program and tell them like, listen, this will help you do recruiting. When people see the videos of your team, the interaction of your players, and they consistently posting it, it helps with their recruiting. So kids there don't want to do videos for them. So I jump on that, ask them, offer them a deal, saying, listen, get this for me for the 2 months or a month. They accept it, and we on the go.
So do you pick the student or the athlete, or do they tell you to follow it, or do you follow the whole team?
I follow the whole team.
Okay. Okay. All right. How you get into that?
Uh, Honestly, I was taking pictures first, and this was 2011, I think. Don't give me the lie, I don't remember the year. But Ashley Jones was at Cheltenham, and she was like, "Can you take some pictures?" I said, "Yeah." Then she like, "Can you do video?" I said, "Man, I don't do video." So she like, "Just try it, put something together." So I tried it, and from there, she got an offer from West Virginia. So I said, it's a good deal. So I'm gonna just start doing it. And I just started doing like $75, $50 videos. Next thing you know, it just started growing, getting more athletes. And now I'm all over the place. Like I'm catching a plane next week to Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it grew and I loved it. I just stuck with it.
So you're actually building their profile.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Name some of the athletes that became a success.
My first big one was Natalie DiDonato. She was on My Wives, MTV.
Mhm.
I was shooting with her. And then me and my man did a joint for 50 Cent down at the club. Then we got Monet Davis. And now recently I have Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker. I did him. Tyke Smith played with Georgia, entering the draft this year. I mean, there's so many I can name.
So is it like you have a love for this now?
Yeah, I want to shoot movies, honestly. I want to do a couple documentaries. And that's something me and you should do. A documentary of Uptown. You know what I mean? Let's put it out there, run a movie theater, make a couple dollars off of it.
We could look into that.
Yeah.
We could
You know what I'm
definitely look
saying?
into that. I mean, you was an athlete yourself at one point in time. You was my little young boy. I used to school you on the football court, even basketball and all. I taught you a little here and there. But we ain't gonna get into that right now because I don't want to embarrass you because I'm like so much older than you. I used to make you look like a baby.
But we can stick on that story though, because you met me torching y'all for 3 touchdowns.
'Cause
Remember that night?
I liked you.
Because
I
I was
liked you.
I was killing y'all.
I wanted to make a name for
You
you.
you and Sean had
You
a
wasn't
bet.
you wasn't killing me.
Listen, you and Sean had a bet, and I
Sean,
was on Carter, Providence.
go ahead.
I was on this team.
Mhm.
You said put that money up, Sean, whatever. They called me. I came up there, and what happened? Whoever, it was Marty, your brother.
Don't talk about my brother.
I'm just saying he was playing defensive back,
Don't talk about my brother.
3 touchdowns.
talk about
you
my
had
brother.
To pay it up. I'm just saying. And that from that day on, I'm getting a phone call every day. Yo, we got these dudes from North. We're playing football. Key, I need you on my team.
Who was saying that, Sean?
No, you was calling me up.
Only because I like you.
Yeah. And we
Okay.
kept beating. We kept winning.
A legacy?
Huh?
A legacy?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah.
Still was my young boy, though.
Yeah. I was. But you know what, though? You one of the people besides my parents is the top one that inspired me to do what I'm doing now, especially with the kids. Because you took care of everybody. Remember the times we had cookouts? I used to get mad because everybody was eating. Everybody. And what you say? Key, everybody got to eat. We having cookouts up there all day playing softball every day in the schoolyard. You was doing that, buying the food, everything. So I'm like, I remember this stuff. And I'm like, dang, you taking care of everybody, kids, adults. And I'm like, me getting mad because everybody eating for free. But I remember that stuff. And when you went away, that's when I'm like, dang, I got to keep something going. I got to do something that was the same what you was doing.
But that kept the unity in the neighborhood. That kept everybody from fighting each other and looking out for each other. Our kids ain't have to worry about nothing. Our brothers and sisters ain't have to worry about nothing because everybody was brothers and sisters.
It was.
So it wasn't about the money. It was about like keeping everybody safe, keeping our neighborhood happy and competitive.
The 2 things that got me to that point was, remember, we flew to Houston in a Sixers game and was ready to come back the same day. But we had to stay overnight because we were supposed to meet up with, ball play with Houston.
I can't say his name. Can't give him a shout out.
I mean, Catino.
That's my man.
That's my man. But,
not that boy.
But we were supposed to meet up with him, and we never did, so we left that morning. And then second was that day in court that really, it touched me because when you had to go away, is your mom, her voice. Right. I was like, dang, something got to change here. So those are 2 key points that got me to what I'm doing now.
I wish other people would have had that same mindset and they would have stuck beside you and helped you take on Mount Airy, because now Mount Airy is like a ghost town. Like what we had then is nowhere here now. Like you walk the streets up here, you get gritted on. Like nobody don't even speak to you. They don't even recognize you. It's like, what's going on up here?
Because you was the one that laid the carpet down every night. You know what I mean? Like the schoolyard, we didn't have to go to see the fireworks because you had fireworks, July 4th. You know what I'm saying? We had the whole schoolyard packed at basketball games. Remember, we used to play midnight softball because the lights was on. We out there 2 a.m. till 5 a.m. Birds chirping. Now it's time to go in the house, go to sleep. Like we can't do that now because you was away. Now it's like nobody had that vibe to bring people out to do that. You know what I mean? I had lost it because you went away, and I'm like, what I'm gonna do?
You know how amazing that was back then? I mean, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, like, just think about the age groups that was out there till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You had kids that was 9, 10, 11, 12 years old that was out there.
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. And the parents didn't care because they knew they were safe with us. Like,
yep.
You had kids from, because little Ryan's son, Keith's brother.
Oh, Ryan, right?
Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan's son was out there walking, doing handstands, walking the court, 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. But people did not care because they knew they were safe. Like the ages was from 4 to maybe 40, maybe 50.
And it was like the Greek picnic out there 2 in the morning. People playing basketball, people playing softball. You got the grill going 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like we had like the motorcycles come up there. Everybody drew their cars up there. I mean, it was just a party on the schoolyard.
It was like a family reunion.
A family reunion every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Every weekend we had cookouts. You bought all the food. Everybody eating for free, which I used to get mad at. Like, that, everybody eating for free. You know what I mean?
I miss those days.
Man, we can bring them days back, but not like every week though. We can have like maybe once in a month.
If this podcast grow, we can do it every week.
Eh, I mean, you
We could
know,
do it every week because it's all about the people. It's all about the people. It's all about our grandchildren. It's about the legacy we leave now. It ain't about us. It's about what we can leave behind. Hope you keep
mhm.
Mount Airy the way it is. Like, don't let the riffraff come up here and drive us out of here. Don't let our parents be scared to walk the streets.
But it comes down with the politics now. You need a permit to do everything now to get a field, to get a rec center gym. But guess what? You don't need no permit for the playground. And that's in the same thing.
Same
You know what I mean?
spot.
But they put restrictions on everything that you can't do because they think, oh, you bring this out,
The
this is
violence
going
will
to
come.
happen. This is
Right.
violence. This is going to happen. Nah, it ain't going to happen.
We got to
We
change
can't
it.
let it stop us because I think sometimes they put things out there to deter us from doing those community things. So
Right.
we can't, whatever it is that we got to do, whatever permits that we have to get, then we have to get those permits. But we can't allow those things to
Hmm.
stop us because that's what they want.
So that's where I want to bring the videography part in of doing a documentary. Let's talk about the past. Let's talk about, you know, stuff that we did as a whole, you know what I'm saying? And show it so that next generation can see like that back in the day was better than now. Even though they got all the electronics and all the easy outlets they can go to, it was more fun back then because you really didn't have to worry about now because now with the electronics and stuff like that, people
They don't even interact.
broadcast their locations and setting themselves up. You know what I'm saying? Then you had to be a name for yourself to bring people out. You know what I mean? Oh, Rob having a little cookout up there. Oh, that's Rob. We coming out. You know what I mean? Shannon them having a cookout on their back, driveway. Oh, we coming out. It wasn't no social media flyers and stuff like that. You had to have a name, and it was a good name. It wasn't no bad name. Like, oh, it's going to be violence there. No, it was always good. Never violence.
So that's what affected you to do it because I see your passion in what you do because it's not about the money. I see you do stuff like dirt cheap. Like you just get out there because you love to see people smile and you love to get them pictures. You like creating that moment.
Listen, I got that event in Harrisburg. I don't charge nothing. Like all the kids that come play, I buy all the uniforms. We buy the food for everybody to eat that comes in, and we get them the winner gold rings. Like we give them rings. Everybody that win get a ring. Like you don't see that here or anywhere. Like we don't. I'm not charging them kids because they need to learn how to grow and take care of that next kid that's growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like you did. You taught us to take care of each other, not to discriminate, not to belittle each other. It was always, listen, when I'm dead and gone, this is what's gonna have to be, we gotta keep this going. You know what I'm saying?
So why are you doing it in Harrisburg?
Because it's people here, it's a lot of hatred. Like people get mad at me because I don't include them. Like I'm not including y'all if y'all want to keep hating. So Harrisburg, I did this thing about Harrisburg called Battle in the Barn. The dudes that I deal with, they like they rich. The gym is in the man's house. That gym you see is his house. So he got the gym, then he got this big house. He like the CEO of Enterprise. So I work with them, I deal with them, and they say, "Oh, just bring the game up here. Let's call it Harrisburg versus Philly." So I take a middle school and a high school team of Philly to play them, and that's how it go. But kids, parents, anybody don't pay for nothing. We gave out LeBron sneaks last year to all my players
So you do this every year?
every year.
Around what time?
After it's supposed to be after Labor Day, the weekend after Labor Day, but we might do a Labor Day this weekend. Like Labor Day weekend, we're gonna do it that time.
So you already have a team, or do you?
No, we do selections.
You do.
Yeah, we do selections. We try to go out and get, I say the best, but now I started to change that because I consider everybody equal. Like I don't want to look at a kid and be like, oh, she's a scrub, and then you try to pick this person to be better. We try to include everybody if we can. If we can't, then all right. Hopefully next year they'll get an invite.
So when is your selection process? And I'm asking because I'm an educator and we have a small basketball team
It starts
at our
in
school.
right when around AAU starts, April. That's when I start looking to see how everybody's doing. Um, they have to be a people's person too. Like I don't want to see no kid flipping out on their mom at a game or they coach. Like, nah, we're not doing that. There's some morals that you gotta have even when you're playing the game.
Okay. So it's teaching them fundamentals of life, not just basketball.
Right. And that's where I come with the videos, so when I'm filming games, we can look back at these kids. You know what I mean? I even take kids to restaurants to eat. And you know what? And I teach them how to cut steak because there's kids that don't know how to eat at a dinner table. So I try to prepare them for college when they go to banquets, when they go to stuff like that. Like one kid, she know how to do it now, but she used to hold a knife like she ready to cut somebody. You know what I mean? And she like this, and I'm like, no, when you do this, this is how you got to be. And we take little videos of that, and so they can look it over. You know what I mean? Like even now, ask a young kid to tie a tie. Guarantee you don't know how to do it.
I mean, you gotta look at the time change, the time difference. Like, how many parents even have dinner at the supper table where everybody eats together?
Hmm.
Like,
But that's why I try to bring it back. Like I try to stay on that level of back in the day growing up. You know what I mean? Because I asked a kid what's an encyclopedia. He didn't know what it was. You know what I mean?
They Google everything now.
Yeah, they Google everything. Like you can ask now AI to do work. They gonna send you a whole thing on the phone. You ain't even gotta do homework no more.
times has definitely changed.
But yeah, so I try to keep it back in the 80s, 90s with these kids when they deal with me. Like, nah, we ain't doing no phones, we ain't doing none of that. You know what I mean? Let's do it the right way, the hard way.
All right, so we gotta try to find you some space here in Philadelphia so we can have them kind of tournaments and
Yeah, we
what,
need a space for a gym.
what yeah, the one little I mean.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he did open the gym, but I think it's going to be a good gym. But he got a lot of people involved with it, so it's going to be you're going to have to rent it out. You're still going to have to put out money.
Well, depends on how you present it.
Yeah, no, anything I mean do, I'm with it because I mean was one of those that was a stepping stone for us
Cotton
too.
Club.
Hmm.
Me was part of the Cotton Club
Yeah.
back in the day.
Hmm.
So yeah, we got this is the things that we look forward to, trying to come together, build a team, a family, not amongst ourselves, but as many people that we could get to bring organization back to our culture, to our communities. Because well, I don't think one person can do it anymore.
Hmm.
I really don't think one person can do it. One person could start it off, open the ears, open the eyes, and the minds of others. But we need a team now. We need a team to take control of our destiny, create our own legacies instead of worried about what we don't have or what they see on social media that everybody else is faking, acting like they do have.
Right. So this summer you need to come up with Everything Philly podcast basketball tournament, a 1 day, 1 weekend joint.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, let's make it happen.
Dorothy Emmanuel School allows
Hmm.
us to have the gym. And we can
We
definitely
we can
start
do it
small.
outside where we originally started. Outside tournament. Let's do an outside tournament outside, a 1 day tournament. It can be just 10 teams. Who cares? But bring the grills out. Let's get the food. Um, and make it happen. Let them know this is what it was like the last 20 years ago.
We
Sound
got a
like a
good connection with the Emmanuel, so I'm sure we'll be able to
Oh yeah, that's cool.
let's set a date for it right
let's
now.
do it. Let's make it happen.
Can't set a date now. I gotta think. I'm on the road all the time.
Don't back out now. You
No,
already
I'm not
started. We're,
backing
we're,
out. I
we're
just need to
live and
I need to
and
look at my schedule. So like I said, I'm on the road all the time. So like next week I'll be in Virginia.
Yeah, well,
So
you give me a call. Don't text me. Matter of fact, call me and text me
here we go.
and email me and give me that date when you're ready, and I'm gonna start making it happen.
Yo,
Let's take it back to
everybody
the
see
old.
this on this podcast. You heard that
What's today's date?
the 29th.
29th. I'm
Monday.
texting them January 30th.
Monday. Make
Yeah.
it happen.
Texting you tomorrow.
Good luck with your programs.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Key.
you.
It was a pleasure having you on, and I definitely look forward to working with you in the future, bringing back the community, doing
Yes.
what's best for our kids.
It was a pleasure being on here.
Well, how do we find you?
Oh, on my Instagram, Key Vanderway, Key_Vanderway. Same thing with Twitter, Key Vanderway, Facebook, Key Vanderway. It's all the same.
Peace
Right.
out.
Again, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.